Hey everybody, Poor Man Gamer here. So today I'm doing something a little different. This is going to be the first in a series of videos about the philosophy of Nier Automata. I really enjoyed the game and I wanted to talk about some of the issues that the game explores. These videos won't be very funny, but that's not very different from any of my other videos. And I don't have a full script, but I have notes about the things I want to talk about, so things will hopefully sound a little more natural. And the footage will mostly be random clips of me playing the game. Hopefully that will make it easier for me to finish these videos so I can have more than one done every few years. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, quick warning. This video will contain spoilers. So Nier Automata has many things related to existentialism and other philosophies on the meaning of life. A key tenet of the existentialist school of thought is the absurd, the belief that there is no meaning to the world besides what we give it, and that the events that happen are just the events that happen. In Nier Automata, we are shown multiple situations where the characters are encountering the same kind of absurdity. For example, once Project Gestalt has failed and word began to spread that the humans were presumed extinct, androids that were built to fight a war for humanity realized that the fight and their existence was pretty much meaningless. Something similar happened with the robots. Once the robots turned on the aliens, they realized that the war with the androids was pointless, and that worse still, they could easily win the war if they wanted to, but that would deny them what little purpose they already had. I feel that the main question being asked throughout Nier Automata is this: how do you live when you know that life has no meaning? When a human wonders about the meaning of existence, we can always fall back on the idea that the Creator, or the universe itself, has a plan for us. But for these artificially created androids or robots, the question is far more literal than it is for humans, because the androids and robots know exactly who created them and why. Despite that, you see that they try to deal with their existential crisis in a way that's similar to humans. So let's start analyzing Nier Automata and the meaning of life by looking at the android's answer, YORHA. Okay, so this may be a little controversial, but I feel it's one of the most interesting aspects of the game. So YORHA's plan was to create religion. What we see at the end of the game, with the destruction of the bunker, was YORHA's final maneuver in a plan to turn humanity into the gods of a new android world. But to explain this, we'll need a little more backstory. At the end of the previous game, Nier, a character who needed to stay alive in order for Project Gestalt to work and for humanity to be restored, chose to sacrifice himself in order to save a comrade. This meant that humanity could not be restored, and were in fact extinct long before the events at the start of Nier Automata. We learned this from the archives that this caused a drop in morale among androids, who were fighting a war. So YORHA was created to spread the myth that humans were still alive, but hidden on the moon, and that once androids defeated the enemies of humanity and restored the Earth, humans would return. So in my interpretation, the fighting members of YORHA were missionaries. They would go to resistance camps and tell other androids about their missions, which would spread the word that humanity was still alive. And with all their advanced technology, it would seem even more believable. Because the strongest, best fighting androids were from YORHA, androids would believe that their group had the backing of humanity. If someone asked a YORHA member where humanity was, they would be told that the humans were alive, but were hidden on the moon, and that not even the elite YORHA members were told for the protection of humanity. It would all make for a really good ruse. This also explains the ending of the game. Once these missionaries had spread the legend far enough, YORHA destroyed the bunker and killed off the YORHA androids. The androids on Earth still believed that humans were on the moon, waiting to return, but that they were hidden, and that there was no way to contact them now that YORHA was gone. So all they could do would be to work towards the goal of making the Earth fit for humans again, and that once they succeeded, there would be a second coming, which of course would never come. I find it interesting that if not for the report written by the robots that was later found by the androids, the plan would have worked perfectly. In the game, resistant members are seen fighting diligently for the cause, and for another example, in a series of side quests, you're tasked with finding ingredients for an android who wants to learn to be a good cook for when humans return. The lie of YORHA gave androids a meaning and purpose to life. The game spells the religion allegory out in several places. For example, the androids are literally created in the image of mankind, in the way that many religions say humans are special for being created in the image of the gods. And for something even more obvious, the YORHA chant, for the glory of mankind, is clearly similar to the common religious cry, for the glory of God. So that was the android's answer. What do you do when you know life is meaningless? Create a religion that gives people hope and binds everyone together. But a common element we'll see repeated in our examination of Nier Automata is the danger that comes from being too devoted to our perceived meanings of life. For example, the Executioner series of droids unwittingly existed to take out YORHA members who did anything that could compromise the plan, and you can see the effects of being a murderer for the sake of religion can have on a person. By the end of the game, 2B is ready to die, and we even meet an android in the city ruins who is continually wiping her memory to forget the fact that she is killing all these YORHA defectors. And in the end, any meaning of life that is based on a lie will eventually fail. We see this in the ending to the report. After reviewing what she's learned from the reports, Jackass says that she will make it her mission to find the people behind YORHA and make them pay. The irony is that while seeking revenge will give her purpose now, what will she do when she succeeds? And she'll find herself asking the same question. What do you do when you know life is meaningless? Okay, so that ends it for part 1. I'll be back soon with an examination of some of the ways the androids tried to answer the question. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to encourage me to work faster on the next video. Until next time, this is Portman Gamer, and thanks for watching.